Every time I talk to somebody from an independent league or a minor leagues, it's sort of like getting back to your roots, and here you're from Long Island. This is pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, my roots, and I got my first home start a few nights ago, and I had probably 40 to 60 people here, probably more, that I knew, that I've given pitching lessons to, and family and everything else, and it's definitely coming back, to the roots and just getting on the mound and having fun and really focusing on making pitches and getting my work in and winning some ball games and hopefully get back to affiliated. But in the meantime, I'm happy that this organization asked me to be on the team.
And how did this come about? How did you obviously were released from the Cubs, and then this came up. And did you have any other offers that you were considering? I
really didn't have too many offers. I mean, I was hurt last year, so it was affiliated ball. Every answer that I got was I really want to see you pitch. I really want to see you pitch. And so this the Ducks gave me an opportunity. The way that it kind of came about was during the off season I work with the junior Ducks. And I also work over at Matt Giuliano's baseball academy, and I do a lot of lessons over there. And I made a couple phone calls. A few people made phone calls for me, and got in touch with the front office here, and they offered me a starting position. I was very happy.
Talk about the atmosphere here. It seems light, seems fun. And you're just focused on baseball. How's that been so far?
It's really been great. The team that we have here is very, I'd say, team-oriented. Everybody's having a good time, and but when it comes down to game time, everybody's out here stretching and getting mentally prepared, and it's definitely a good group of guys. Absolutely really good group of guys that likes to win ball games, but also like to have a good meshing time. It's good.
A lot of people say the Atlantic League has a good reputation. You have former major leaguers, guys that are trying to get back into it. It's not something that should be taken lightly at all. What are your thoughts about that? Just facing good competition.
Absolutely, yeah. The competition is very good, and I've been lucky so far. I really feel good. My arm feels great. So getting back on the mound after having surgery last year, and really getting back to pitching in front of family, and coming here and really throwing well so far. It's really been good. It's been a lot of fun.
What do you need to do to get back to the major league level? I know obviously rehabbing from injury is part of it, but there's the mental aspect, more physical aspect. Just enjoying the game is part of it. What have you kind of put together as a to-do list to get that done?
As of right now, on my last outing, I had a really good outing. I struck out 10 guys and only walked a couple, and the first couple spring training outings, and also my first outing was kind of getting my feet wet again and really staying in there and just making pitches. But now my second outing, I felt even better, and I feel like while I'm here, just keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm coming in every single day, working hard, running, doing my exercises and stuff like that. My rehab itself is all done. My elbow feels great. I threw 111 pitches I think last outing, and my arm feels great. I came out the next day and long tossed a little bit, so it's good.
You have had the fortunate opportunity to play in the major leagues. You've had that cup of coffee, so to speak, which once you get a taste, you want more. Just describe what that was like. Having pitched a scoreless inning in relief in your first outing. I mean, it's surreal. It's almost storybook-like.
Absolutely. I mean, the first outing was in Colorado, and Colorado, it was a little thinner air and everything else. So like it was an amazing experience, and that was my first experience out of the bullpen actually. So getting loose in the middle of a game, and it was a 4-4 game when I came in, and I think I retired my first 7 hitters. So it was a lot of adrenaline and a lot of kind of looking up in the stands and saying, I'm sure my parents are here somewhere. I'm sure my fiance is here somewhere. But there's 50,000 people here, so it was definitely cool. It was cool. It was something that I'm still playing the game now, because I mean I've had 2 surgeries, and which stinks, but I feel great now, and I feel better now than I felt after my first surgery. So I'm ready to just keep on pitching, and I mean, if I'm here all year, hopefully win a lot of games, and if not, I'll get picked up, and that'd be great.
And lastly, just talk about what it was like to play baseball at Sachem for a guy like Bill Batewell and his coaching staff. His name speaks for itself, and obviously you benefited from being in that system.
Absolutely. Batewell really helped me out, and the pitching coach at the time was Mr. Clark, Jim Clark, and I learned a lot of things, just about baseball and discipline, and working hard, and coming in for summer workouts, and it wasn't a joke. He's a great man. I'll coach Batewell, and he'll mess around, but when it came down to business time, he was all business.